You know, I was thinking earlier. Do people like blow things out of people's eyes anymore?
You better not blow in my eye. You mean like,
You like to gently like
oh,
something like, oh, I got an eyelash, and someone's like, oh, I got it, and they,
no, if you get something in your eye nowadays, you are on your own.
yeah,
It's like you are fucked till you find a mirror.
basically. I mean, what? But that I feel like that's ended for a while. I feel like that's
But
almost archaic. I don't remember the last time. It used to be in movies and shows and stuff.
yeah,
You know, where it was like it was a seductive move
yeah,
that a
that
woman
was
could play.
you got touching and you were close and you were.
Yeah.
It was romantic. Get
You know,
this.
yeah. Goodness gracious.
Never. I don't think it was ever romantic in real life. It's like, oh, this gnat's in my eye. Do you see its legs? Like, oh,
I see it. I see it.
you spit on me.
It's like this bit. I'm power washing it out of your eye. I gotta power wash this thing out of your eye. It works like tears work. Yeah, that's yeah. I couldn't stop thinking about that the other day because I just haven't seen it. I don't even know if in this is how archaic I think it is. In the 21 years we've been together, have you ever blown anything out of my eye?
No, don't blow your eye. I know
Yeah.
you've helped me get things out of my eyes, but I don't think you've blown
I don't
blew
know.
them out.
Never blew. I think I developed the very original technique that I developed of taking like a slate, like a piece of gauze is what you would prefer,
Yeah,
and just dab it on the thing.
like the side of the toilet paper you use sometimes.
Yeah, I mean that's not preferred.
Leaves residue behind.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the bug out, but there's like this like cotton film thing in my eye now.
Yeah, and it's also like toilet paper is always hanging out around shit fumes.
True.
So it's like you, from what I understand, you don't want that stuff in your eye.
No,
You know?
no.
So, again, I mean, gauze is preferable. Or you break up a new roll of toilet paper. Do your thing, man.
Yeah.
Do your thing. I just want people to be sanitary in 2021.
You're gonna. I just had a flash of you with like a fanny pack with a first aid kit in it. Like that's just how you mo forward.
That's what my fanny pack is. It's a first aid kit for the most part. I have a pair of scissors in my fanny pack.
Do you?
A tiny little scissors.
Do you know where your fanny pack is? I found your fanny
I know
pack
exactly
the
where
other
my
day.
fanny pack is.
Yeah.
You didn't find it. You realized where it was.
Where did I locate it then?
Behind the bookcase.
Behind it?
Or it was on top of it for a while. Fell behind. I put it back up top. And I just assumed it fell behind again. That's why you thought you found it. I didn't think you thought you found it on top of a bookcase in plain sight.
I found it on top of the bookcase.
It's like, what do you think? Like, you have visibility to the bookcase and I don't?
I couldn't see it up there. I cleared everything else off and it was up there.
I could see it up there. It was
Oh,
never
you're so
missing.
tall. You're so tall.
Tall enough to see. Apparently, I am at the height that differentiates between seeing and not seeing things on top of a bookcase. I got that on me.
All right.
I got that. Well, technically, I got that on you. I got that height on you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's get into this fucking podcast. Two Jack Bros coming in hot. It's 2021. Nobody any longer blows things out of people's eyes because it is disgusting. It's not just a COVID thing. It's just a matter of not having things being pressure washed out of your eye.
Yeah.
It's just not good. It's not good. We're here. It's 2021. What's up? What's up with these resolutions?
Oh. I don't know. Resolution to come up with some resolutions.
Yeah. I resolved to not leave the family this year.
You jerk.
I hope I can keep it. It's not my fault if I leave within 2 weeks. I mean, it's not my fault. You know how resolutions are tough. Resolutions are tough.
I'm gonna have some resolutions.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? I feel like it's not something you should have to have at the beginning of the year. If you develop resolutions as time goes on, you can develop resolutions.
I think you start thinking about them at the beginning of the year. You
Yeah.
workshop it. You figure them out. I've got a couple.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like all of my resolutions that I like almost had, I instantly was like, nah, right? Because like it was like my first resolution was like, I'm just gonna be a fitness guru. Why not? Right?
Yeah.
I'm into fitness. Not really into gurus.
No,
No,
I
I'm not.
I like gurus.
I I just feel like you get a little one-dimensional as a guru because gurus tend to think that their thing is the solution to everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? And I think solutions are multifaceted, and we know that.
Yeah.
Right? So just like being only a guru, kind of gives you tunnel vision. And I want to be less a guru and more a God-like figure.
Oh, jeez.
I like to see all.
Okay.
I like to see, because when you're a guru, you close your third eye.
Yeah.
And open these two to look at one thing.
Yeah, I think you open them to look at all the boobies that are around you that you might be able to touch.
Now, that's what I'm currently doing with my third eye. That's why I don't want to close. I don't want to close my third eye right now. It's completely zoned in on tits and ass across the world. It's just like what I'm just constantly seeing tits and ass from across the
It's
globe.
like a radar. It's like ding, ding, ding.
Kind of like was it like in X-Men? Cerebro.
Yeah.
I'm just like hooked to it at all times. And that's what Charles Xavier was for sure doing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm trying to find people with mutant powers. Yeah, mutant powers. Oh, look at that mutant ass.
I feel like that's what Instagram is.
Cerebro.
It's like tits and ass.
It is.
Like, look at all these asses we found for you, Ainsley.
Like we're almost hooked to the Matrix because of that.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
Yeah.
That is like that. I think that's what Charles Xavier was actually doing.
Yeah.
He was just scrolling through Instagram. Just trying to.
This is exhausting.
Oh, look, this ass looks like it has the strength of 3 asses. That's a mutant, right?
Yeah.
It's the strength of 3 asses. It's a mutant, right? I would love to see Charles Xavier's algorithm.
Yeah. I think we'd learn a few things about him.
Yeah, not what you think it's going to be.
No.
It's not what you think it's going to be. It's not going to be like, lectures and fucking TED Talks.
No,
It's not going to be that. Man, so that was that. It was like that. That's what talked me out of the guruing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't want to not be able to like scroll through Instagram and see tits and ass at all times. Then I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start doing yoga.
Yeah.
And then I was like, why is yoga so gay? Right?
Okay.
So then I Googled that.
You get all the answers?
I did. It did. First of all, it didn't. You like Googling something like that. You would think it could throw you down like a bad rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like I'm gonna end up on gay porn trying to find the answer to why yoga is so gay.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was like mostly articles trying to prove why yoga isn't gay.
You weren't the first to ask.
No, I'm not. Apparently not. I typed in why and Google was like, yoga so gay? It was so the first article that I found was an article like talking about how autistic kids respond well to yoga.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's how I found that article the other day.
So you're helping out the world.
I am. Incidentally,
Yeah.
I found an article that could actually help out a good friend of mine who has a kid with severe autism to the point that he is nonverbal.
Yeah.
And this article specifically was like talking about how to help like nonverbal autistic kids.
Yeah.
And one of the things in the article is like, well, what is the reason why, if this is so helpful, that people aren't just doing this en masse to their kids with autism?
Yeah.
And it was like, well, it's because parents think yoga is gay. Yoga's not gay. It's not. People think it's the devil. People think it's evil.
Yeah.
Like yoga's like because they associate it with like a religion.
Oh, I remember at DOS schools, at military schools, they're like government schools, they forbid people teaching. Gym teachers couldn't teach yoga. They couldn't use any of the terminology. They couldn't do anything for it because some parent complained and people sued and said it was a religion, and they were like, no, you got to stop doing that.
Somebody was like, yo, isn't yoga that gay exercise Harry Potter does?
Yeah.
We will not let them do that gay exercise that Harry Potter does.
Yeah, basically. They won. Good argument.
Dude, the gay Harry Potter argument never fails.
No.
That is the most solid argument. That's how OJ got off.
Yeah.
It was like, I didn't do it. Harry Potter's gay. And they're like, he's got a really strong point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was, so I basically talked myself out of my resolutions.
Oh,
like that.
man. So now you're clean slate.
Yeah, I can't, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm going to develop them as I go.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to be like, oh, I like this. I'm going to get into this.
Yeah.
Oh, this is me. This is my new thing. Yeah. I heard an interesting fact recently.
Did
It's a
you?
little bit of a transition, but for the first time in history, old people outnumber young people.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like those stats get thrown around all the time, and it's like 75% of people are under 35, and then they're like, no, the old people, there's more of them.
Yeah.
But I guess it makes sense because people are living longer, and
Yeah.
people are having less kids.
And the baby boomer age was big.
Yeah.
That was big. That I think those are all the old people now.
Yeah.
Right? The boomers. And yeah, that was a big population.
Yeah.
Big population, I guess less people. But then that's also too, I feel like old people, I don't know, I feel like the natural course of things, and this is gonna sound crass, but I think with the natural course of things, if there's too many old people, the earth takes care of that. You know, like the earth is like, nah, it's too many.
Okay.
We need to have like a good balance of like young tits and ass.
Yeah, okay.
The globe is like, that's too many saggy titties.
The globe likes saggy titties. Mother Earth, like old mothers, they get along.
No,
Come on.
you think, no,
Yeah.
that's not even possible. If Mother Earth is really a woman, she hates all the other women on this planet. Hates them. Can't stand them. Listen, I know where you think I'm going with this.
Uh-huh.
I know, I see, I see, and I
You
also
felt my butt
sense.
tucker?
I did with my Charles Xavier powers.
Yeah, you're right in there.
It's my mutant power. I know when every butt puckers. I know it. I know it instantaneously. I know what you're going to say. You're thinking that I am going to suggest that basically right now we're in an old people cleansing by the earth.
Yeah.
Right? Listen, I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
I'm not going to not say that.
Okay.
All I'm saying is that right now, for the first time in history, old people outnumber young people. That from what I understand, that's a fact. I didn't count it myself.
Okay.
But from what I understand, that's a fact.
Okay.
And that seems like disbalance to me. And one thing I know for a fact, I think I know this for a fact. I'm also, I don't think that the earth likes disbalance. The earth needs balance.
We do need balance. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. There's got to be, you think about it. There's not, young people are supposed to take care of the elderly, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have instead of people having 5 kids, they're going to have 5 grandparents in their house.
Yeah.
That's too many old people. Can you imagine that? All these old people puttering around your house.
Yeah. I mean, if they start, I see, some old people are getting jacked, though. That's kind of crazy to see, 80-year-old jack ladies.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And another thing, I was reading all these fucking articles.
Looking for your resolution?
Basically. I was like, maybe I should just start taking out old people. maybe that's my calling. So, I saw an article that was linking vigorous exercise to fighting off dementia.
Yeah. I've heard that before.
Yeah, but they were actually experimenting on old people where they were like, hey, we think vigorous exercise wards off dementia. So you guys are going to do vigorous exercise. You guys are going to be our control group. So, just walk. Can you just walk?
What kind of vigorous exercise did they make the other old people? Were they poking them with electric prods? Go.
They racing them?
Yeah.
Racing old people? Well, they weightlifting, high intensity interval training, and what else was it? I think some kettlebells and shit. Giving them hard workouts.
Yeah.
Hard vigor, because that's what it takes. It has to be a hard workout for whatever physiological thing that occurs.
Sure.
Yeah. And it was, I thought I was going to remember what it was happening in the brain, but it basically helps to clear out the clutter in the brain.
You when you told me that when you sleep on your side, it wards off Alzheimer's versus sleeping flat on your back. It's messes me up at night now. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm on my back again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but you should also be comfortable on your back because there is so you go 30% on one side while you sleep, 32% on one side, 32% on the other side, and then 20%, on your back. But that's because you're transitioning to the other side. So I'm assuming it's not always an instant transition. So I think you should just go with the natural flow. Just don't force yourself to sleep on your back, and don't force yourself to sleep on your stomach.
Okay.
Just let yourself do everything else in between.
Okay.
Because you're gonna spend some time on your back.
Okay.
I'm no guru. I'm no guru. I just read an article about sleep. I don't want to get tunnel vision. I want to still see titties.
Okay.
I still want to see that ass while you're sleeping.
So some stomach sleep.
Some stomach sleep. Please, can you torque sleep for me, please? Yeah, I see you got some notes here. What do you got?
Some notes.
Yeah. Oh wait. Before we get into this, because this, I'm sure it's gonna be fun and silly. You tend to bring some fun, silly things. This is not less. This is just like I did want to get on this. So I forget which part of the government it is, but they are abolishing within the halls of the government the use of gendered terms like mom and dad.
What?
Yeah.
What do you like? Parental figure?
Parent of, like parent of Ansley.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
more
it is
moms
crazy.
and dads, huh?
No, it's like male parent of or female parent of kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why is that better than a mom or a dad? Like if it's a male or if it's a female parent, like you're saying your female parent isn't always the mom?
I guess. I don't know. I guess you would have to get more specific with your label, like the female identifying parent of.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It's just complicated language.
It is very complicated.
Like that's what's annoying to me about it is that a lot of the things that these people are doing for what they're saying is the common good goes against the natural course of evolution for the things that they're working with. Right?
Because it makes things complicated?
Yeah, exactly. Like language doesn't evolve towards complexity.
Yeah.
It evolves towards simplicity. So terms don't get longer with language.
Yeah.
Things get shorter, right? I mean, you can just like predict that, like, let's just say this all took place right now and we all stopped using mom and dad. Now we're using male identifying parent of Ansley, right? Within 7 years, I'll say 10 years, enough time for people to forget that there was a time when mom and dad was being used.
They're going to come for Mother's Day and Father's Day, huh?
Well, it's male identifying parent of day.
That day sucks.
That day does suck. That day sucks. But it's only going to be a matter of time before somebody's going to be like, writing something down like, the female identifying parent of oh shit, there should be a shorter word for this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
You know
going to be
what I
all acronyms, or can we just go back to mom?
Yeah, the FIPA.
The FIPA?
Yeah, the FIPA and MIPA. Yeah.
HIPAA Day and FIPA Day?
FIPA and MIPA. FIPA and MIPA Day.
Oh, yeah, MIPA.
MIPA. What was HIPAA?
HIPAA, I said HIPAA, yeah.
Oh, isn't that like an organization?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not get technical.
Okay.
FIPA and MIPA.
FIPA and MIPA.
FIPA and MIPA. Would you be comfortable being called FIPA, the female identifying parent?
FIPA?
FIPO. I'm saying FIPA.
Yeah.
FIPO.
FIPO.
FIPO and MIPO.
It's kind of cute. It kind of sounds like something somebody might call a grandparent.
It does.
Which is like endearing.
It does. It also kind of sounds like like that part of the body between the genitals and the belly button when it gets big.
Oh, you got yourself a little hippo.
Not a hippo.
I can't do it.
FIPO or
FIPO.
MIPO. If you say hippo, it's on. If you look at somebody's belly and you're like, you got yourself a little hippo.
Okay.
That's on.
Yeah.
That's on. You starting fights out there.
You're Mippo. You're a little Mippo.
Yeah. But no, it's like
I don't know. I don't want to give up mom. Like mom is special, right?
Yeah.
Like being a mom and being a dad is special. And I don't feel like I should have to give that up for other people. Ooh, that doesn't sound, I don't know. I don't.
Right?
I don't feel.
When you finish the sentence out loud, I said, man, I just said that. Holy shit. Holy shit.
But I don't. Yeah, but no,
I've
that's my special relationship.
I've always wanted to be a dad.
Yeah.
Like I've always wanted to be a dad, and now I'm a dad, and it's like, yeah, we're done with dads.
Yeah.
Hey, is that a good move? Is that a move you want to do? Like, especially with like the black community, which struggles from a lack of fathers. Now you're just gonna vanish the ones that are still there.
You're gonna make them MIPOs. Black people will get on with that. They'll be like, "Yeah, I'll be a MIPO."
Yeah, the only reason why I think it could work is I feel like it'd be very versatile in rap music.
Yeah. Yeah.
My FIPOs, my MIPOs. Shout out to my MIPOs and FIPOs out there.
I don't know.
This one's for y'all.
Part of me makes me feel like it would let children who might not have a mom or dad like find somebody and be like that. I feel like then you can start making up your own FIPOs and hippos, or I keep on MIPOs.
Yeah, I mean, but we already do, and I think that's a good thing that we do in this culture. I think because families can be so dysfunctional, you know, like me, for example. Like, I come from a very blended family, a very mixed family, and I consider people that have no physical relation to me family.
And I do now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like if a person doesn't have a mom and dad,
You can't call them uncle.
yeah,
Everybody's got an uncle or an aunt that's not their uncle or
it's
an
just,
aunt.
I guess what I'm saying is that if just because a person doesn't have a mom and dad doesn't mean like, well, if you take the words mom and dad, if nobody has a mom and dad, they'll be better.
Right.
You know,
right.
they'll be better
True.
because they'll still need a guardian. They'll need somebody to steward them through life and to give them the tools that they'll need to help solve problems that come in their
Yeah.
lives. You know, you still need that.
Yeah.
So if you don't have that, taking away the label of mom and dad, because like the point that I'm making, I guess, is that some people have a FIPA and a MIPO, well, FIPO, a FIPO and a MIPO, and they still don't have somebody that is giving them the tools that they need to shepherd them through life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily the
Yeah.
label. The label's not the issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I just feel like if anything, this is more evidence of, listen, and I'm not trying to get into ancient advanced civilizations or ancient aliens. I'm not doing that. I'm not
Did I
doing
bring
that.
it up?
Congress brought this up.
Okay. Yeah.
With this whole FIPO and MIPO thing.
Yeah.
Right. But with the way that this is making language more complex, right? I think the word is obfuscate.
Oh.
I don't use that word very often, so I'm not going to try to act like it's the word that I use. Right?
Yeah.
But it's definitely muddying communication to the point where we're not going to be able to really interact with each other or really get along with each other because we're eliminating nuance
Yeah.
from language.
Yeah.
And what I see here, and again, not to bring up advanced civilizations and advanced ancient aliens and ancient alien theories or whatever, but if you look at the Tower of Babel story, which is again my favorite story because I think we're living in an era of the Tower of Babel. What I think, because again, you know, the story they're building a tower up to God, but what is 5G? You know what I mean? What is God except the interconnectedness between all things?
Yeah.
And to be in that, to be interconnected to all things and be, I feel like the internet, or just like the level of communication that we're doing right now, we're experiencing this era right now that we're in is the Tower of Babel. We are seeing it. We are experiencing it. We are seeing people being driven away from each other by bastardizing communication.
Yeah.
Which is, I just think we're in a very interesting time. I'm just deep as fuck. I don't know, no big deal. I mean, it's just one of my New Year's resolutions is to get the truth out there. Is, you know, whatever it takes.
You know what the internet has impressed me with recently is, you know, the video of the guy hitting the other guy with the twisted T.
Yeah.
Like how everybody's seen that, and how people, like, there's more and more memes coming about. Like, that is like bringing people together. Like this dude getting smacked with his twisted T. Like I'm like, whoa, this is a phenomena. It's crazy.
It's resisting the Tower of Babel. It's like mending it. It's bringing us all together.
Yeah.
That is, gosh, and it's, when you watch that video for the first time, I didn't realize it was going to have this much of an impact. But when you watch it, you're like, yeah, this is necessary. I need this. The world needs this right now. And it was like, and not even like the world needs to see this video. It's like there are a lot of people in the world that need this treatment right now. People need to feel this.
Yeah.
Like whatever angst this guy, this hero, this Twisted Tea hero has, whatever angst he has, he needs to distribute that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that he was like a hero with folly. Like he dropped his Twisted Tea first, you know? Like you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
It's not gonna it's gonna end badly for him.
Dude, the second act was dicey.
Yeah.
The second act was dicey. But in that third act, he put it together. That was better than Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
That was way better than Wonder Woman. The acting was better. The dialogue felt more natural.
Yeah.
Let me see where we're at here. We're cooking. We are cooking. All right, let's see what Ansley has
Ready for
on
Ansley's
the
topic?
docket.
They're a little. They are what they are. Did you know that our most prolific serial killer in the United States recently died?
I think I knew that. Is it a woman?
No.
You sound so disappointed. You were
Yeah.
like, what? We don't want women putting up those numbers. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Come on
Are
now.
you kidding me?
We just
Maybe
watched the woman that killed the most people, and it was like 4.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the best woman serial killer was at 4.
It's like-
You know what this man's at?
What?
93.
Damn.
93 people.
Damn, you think if they lower the rim, women would be able to kill more? Sorry. I couldn't help that. Couldn't help. But I'm saying, that is a lot. Let's get back to this.
Yeah.
93 is a lot of people.
Yeah.
That is a lot of people.
His name was Samuel Little. He didn't talk too much about his killing. Like he wouldn't admit to some things, for a long, long time. But he went around and he killed, hookers and prostitutes and, women of color that weren't, he was like, he knew who to kill so that he knew what they wouldn't come looking
The
for.
usual suspects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one time in 1984, they even caught him in the act. He had a woman in the back of his car.
Please tell me she wasn't black.
She was black.
Oh,
of course.
no.
They were all black. I think
No.
everyone.
Is he black?
Yeah, he's black. He specifically said, he's like, I wouldn't go to a white town and try to kidnap a white girl.
Yeah. Wait, are you implying that he was able to kill more because black people have an extra killing muscle?
I did not imply that.
He was doing like 360 kills, like windmill kills, like jumping over other people and killing.
Yeah. I don't know. It didn't give me too much detail, like gory detail about his stuff. But,
Yeah.
they caught him like zipping his pants up after murder, and he had a dead hooker in the back of his car.
The police were like, they die all the time.
Well, he was like, oh, it was just a dispute about consensual payment. And she wasn't, it was a dispute. And they gave him 2 years in jail.
Yeah. How many times did you hit her? 3. It wasn't 5.
Yeah.
5 is illegal. You know that, right? Did you really actually hit her 5 times, but you're telling us 3 because we're the cops?
Yeah, I think pretty much. There was a lot of that going on. There was a lot of like people were telling the FBI, and he'd just be like, "Oh, I'll go to another state and kill some people over here."
That is a ridiculous law that you can hit a hooker 3 times and not go to jail.
Wait, that's a real law
In Vegas, yeah.
in Vegas.
No, it's not. It's not real. It's not real. You weren't even outraged. That's something you should be outraged about. You're a feminist, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like somebody edit this video and put outrage in there.
Yeah. Like an angry cartoon face.
Yeah.
But the cool part of the story, in 2017, there was a Texas Ranger named Jim Holland, and he did cold cases and stuff. And somebody was like, come on, you have to go talk to Samuel Little because you're good at this. Because he was good at getting people to talk. And so he did. He went and talked to him, and he told him, he was like, basically,
Was this guy black?
I don't know about Jim Holland.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it's like, I know how to get a black serial killer to talk.
What would you do?
I would just sit down and be like, my nigga. By the way, I'm black. If you're listening to this for the first time, and if you found this podcast without knowing the ethnic makeup of the 2 people. By the way, we have the most diverse podcast out there.
Oh, yeah?
I just realized that.
Because you're here?
Yeah, well,
and I'm female?
We got 50% of the people on our podcast are POC. 50% of the people, 50% of the hosts.
Oh, yeah.
50% of the hosts on this podcast are POCs. 50% of the hosts on this podcast are women. 100% of the hosts on this podcast have biracial children.
Oh, yeah.
Show me a podcast more diverse.
You're not going to find it.
My nigga.
It makes me want to say that video with the teacher and he say, pass me a pen. but I can't. I'll go practice that.
My nigga, can I borrow a pen? Oh, we got to put that video up somewhere. That's hilarious. Oh, what a great video. So, but yeah, so he goes to, I mean, I guess you could also, even if you didn't go with that approach, you go, man, bitches be crazy, huh? You know, like to get on his side a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bitches are crazy. Like, man, sometimes, then it,
Yeah.
you know what happens from there.
Yeah, this guy,
The beans get spilled.
he was like, nobody knows your name, but I think you're one of the most interesting people in the history of our country. And he talked to him, and in an hour, he was telling him all about his crimes.
That's no different than bitches be crazy. It's like, I don't think other people get it, but I get it. Bitches be crazy. You get it.
Yeah.
You get. Also, too, let that motherfucker know he set a record.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like if he knows he's the most prolific, because listen, 93 people is a lot of people knowing that that's the record. I'm not gonna lie to you, I expected the number to be way higher.
You did?
I did.
How high did you think where were you at?
I mean, I was, most prolific.
You thought, so if you were a serial killer, you would be like, number would be up there.
I mean, I don't know what it takes to kill the next person.
Yeah.
As a serial killer. Like, I don't know, because again, if it took less, I'm pretty sure that number would be higher.
Yeah.
But I don't know the cost of murder. I don't know the effort it takes to kill again and again and again. So I can't say whether or not my numbers would be higher as a serial killer. I definitely would have higher numbers than women. I think even my average serial killerness would have a higher number than the best woman. That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is I would be better than the best woman. That's all I know that for a fact. The WNBA should lower the rim. That's all I'm saying. All right. So what else you got about this?
So, I've also been into space.
Uh-huh.
And I started trying to read this article about the Milky Way, and we have the Gaia satellites up there. It's like finding different ages of stars that are in different places, like in part of the planal space versus the spherical space. And then I got too dumb, and I can't tell you any more about it. But I can tell you.
I was like, I'm about to learn about planal and spherical space. I never understood that shit. Thank God she's on it.
Yeah, no. All I can tell you is that, in the last 2 years, it's changed everything that we thought we knew about the Milky Way.
What did we thought we knew?
Well, you know how we thought everything Big Bang, and then everything slowly spread out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so now we're thinking, and you could tell the old things were farther out because everything, we knew it was moving, but we thought things were just kind of constantly moving.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we're finding we have a new satellite that can track billions of stars versus just thousands of stars. And so now stars that should be a certain age are in the wrong places, and we're whoa, this doesn't fit what we were telling ourselves anymore.
What do we think happens? What I don't know. Do you think God the Father, or the male identifying parent of civilization,
okay.
of the male identifying parent of the universe,
okay, MIPO,
MIPO. What do you think happens when the male identifying parent of the universe ejaculates?
Stars.
Right? I mean, listen, I just developed that theory right now when you were and I got too dumb. I'm like, it's probably God come. Did anybody ever ask that? Anybody ever ask if God's just coming and that's how everything?
That's why there's so many universes and galaxies. A little over there, a little over there.
There's not multiple dimensions. That's just, you don't come once. You know what I mean? It's it's we're, when people say that we're in parallel universes that are we're just like a fucking sock in a drawer next to other socks in a hamper. You know what I mean? It's just crumbled up socks. Yeah, that was no, when that came to me, I was so worried that the subject was going to get changed when you said I'm dumb, and then I was like, what if it's God come? Because it's all moving in the same direction, and that's what.
Yeah.
Dude, that is like, the more I think about that, the more it kind of tracks, though, right? Because it's given birth to like a universe, and that's like, it makes sense that God would seed.
Mm-hmm. Then you need a Mother Earth to produce life,
For sure.
You've got your jizz right there. You've got your semen.
Mm.
Now
Wow.
your mother comes and grows plants and life forms, and life is
So
born.
you think like the male identifying parent of the universe ejaculated, then ejaculated into his ejaculate? Like, he ejaculated. So basically, you think the male identifying parent of the universe is like a skeet shooter. He like, and then like shoots it into the planets that are in it. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense to you? So like, he shoots out planets, and then he like seeds the planets also.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like I'm just developing this theory as we go, right?
Yes.
But it tracks with there being so many semen and you only get one baby, right? Like, that's why there's only one Earth. Like, that's why there's only, like, you don't have. It's not like every planet has life on it.
Yeah.
You've got to have. It's got to be hitting something.
Yeah.
That is creating the life together. It's not.
Man, I want to see some of those other socks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure there's like this sock, one baby. Other socks could have like identical twins. Other socks could have fraternal twins, triplets. All sorts of things.
Conjoined heads.
Dude,
you never know.
That's so fucking deep.
Yeah.
Like, every possibility of birth.
Biracial baby.
albino planets. Yeah, this planet is all white people. None of the food is seasoned. They haven't developed it yet. They do have computers and cars. But it's like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Avi Loeb, he's the Department of the Astronomy Chair in Harvard.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to release a book that is called Extraterrestrial, the First Sign of Intelligent Life Beyond Earth. He says that he's found alien technology.
What?
Yep. He saw this thing up in our solar system, and it like came around and it went into the orbital plane of our solar system, and then it blasted at 58,900 miles per hour past Venus.
Okay, pause for 1 second, because what exactly is an orbital plane? Like, you said it as if it's like something that I should know. Is that like some sort of perimeter? Is that like a space perimeter?
No. You know how like the orbital plane is. If anybody knows anything about space, sorry, but the orbital plane is like where our planets are going around the sun.
Yeah.
There's like a plane that we're all kind of like.
Okay.
We're on the same level of there. Like, it came in, so it got tracked into the orbit of the sun for a minute. So it was on like the same orbit as we are in the other planets in our solar system.
Gotcha.
And then it left. So that was meaning that it wasn't being propelled by the sun and the orbit around the sun and what's propelling us around. It had another force making it go directionally.
It was like using the gravity of the sun to slingshot itself into space. Because that's, I mean, you watch enough sci-fi shows.
Slingshot.
You've seen the slingshot.
Yeah,
you know the slingshot move.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, I mean, people are like, so the mainstream astronomers, they don't believe him. They're like, no. We look like everybody's studying it, and they're like, this isn't alien technology. This is just like, listen, it could have had some hydrogen in it, a pocket of, some sort of gas or something. It got close enough to the sun. It melted. It got hot enough. It's like a rocket. That slingshotted it. Yeah. But he's like, no, that's not what's going on here. And the best part about it is that it's
you're always like right off the mic. it's just like you move it like, I'll talk. It's like, oh, get this out of my way so I can talk.
It's
like
so
goodness gracious, woman.
It's shaped like a cigar.
Okay.
Which I think really they mean like a penis.
It's for sure a penis.
Right? But it's shaped like a cigar. And he said these are the reasons why
cigars are shaped like penises.
Right? So we all know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like, come on, dude.
Avi, come on.
Grow the fuck up and just say it.
Yeah.
We're talking about God come here, man. We can handle it.
Yeah. So the big penis.
That's why science isn't fun. It's hard to like, you know how like when you're like reading something and something heavy and you're learning, your brain starts to fatigue. And if you see something funny, like you re-energize.
Yeah.
And you can like start learning again.
Yeah.
Like that's why science is so fucking hard.
Because they never laugh.
Because it's like you almost have to not have a sense of humor to progress far in science. And like every fucking scientist that thinks they have a sense of humor is not funny.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. Neil deGrasse Tyson is not funny. He's not funny. He's barely charming. He's super arrogant. He doesn't understand anything about lightsabers. I don't like the guy. I've never once heard him mention God come. Like, why is he keeping that from us? Why is he keeping that from us?
He doesn't think we can handle it. So this alien penis is 10 times brighter than comets, because some people are like, oh, it's just a comet, you know. But it's like, it's bright and it rotated in a certain way that it like reflected the light, and it looked metally and shiny.
Yeah.
And
I love how, you know, when you're like trying to like basically put the evidence out that this was an alien penis tech, that you're like, and it rotated. Like, you know how penises be rotating. All right, let's do this.
And when it was moving fast, it didn't have a tail. You know, comets always have a tail behind them because of whatever's burning.
Yeah.
It had no tail.
Yeah.
It was just a penis, like, you know.
Dude, that's a high tech dick.
Yeah.
It's not even like you would expect. Like, how would a penis move through space? Well, clearly it comes and then moves in the opposite direction. It explodes itself.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And this one isn't even.
No.
Isn't it just moving like the power of
I feel like it's going penis head first. Like the way you're describing it's coming in like a squid.
Yeah. That's how it was. It was a squid before.
Yeah,
but it's clearly not that tech.
No, it's
because it has to move head first.
Yeah.
That's how some penises have to move. I mean, again, like it was a very rudimentary theory that I had, but I'm new to this.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I gotta workshop it from ground to space.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, this is good stuff. This is good stuff.
So I got one more. I'll bring you back down to earth.
All right. I love this.
So in Peru,
2 Jack Bros, ladies and gentlemen, check out our Patreon. We are on it. Also, go to our YouTube page. We need more YouTube watchers. If you're a YouTube person, please give us a shout on YouTube. I know we get a lot of listeners, and I'm very appreciative of that. And I like the fact that this is a podcast that you can like throw in your ears and just go do shit.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate that you give us the listens. You know, and if it's like, if I'm putting too much pressure on you and you're like, this is too much pressure and you're not going to listen at all, I mean, just keep listening. I don't want to have too much pressure on you. But yeah, you know, we could use some, you know, YouTube views and subscribers. We're close to 300 now.
Yeah.
300 subscribers.
We've got a butt tapestry. If you haven't seen it yet, you should really come see it.
Yes. We do have a butt tapestry. It's very important. But yeah, it's like, it's funny. It's like the close to 300 subscribers we have on YouTube isn't even close to the amount of listeners we get on just like one platform. Yeah. You know, which is like, again, I'm very appreciative of that. But we could get some, you know, YouTube us up. Like, let people know you like looking at us. Or no, I don't care. But anyway, bring us back down to earth, Ansley.
Okay. So in Peru, there's an archaeologist, Ruth Shady. She's
I like her. I like her.
She discovered a 5,000-year-old civilization.
Yeah.
And in Peru, that's like a big deal, right? Like, this is pretty ancient, right? But in the 70s, there were Peru had, what is it? The agrarian land reform that the leftist military dictatorship like gave people land, and they gave this to some, I'm assuming they're hillbillies. Like they gave this land to some people, or this family is claiming that they gave them this land. And so they are being called squatters now, and they won't get off of this
Peruvian squatters?
Peruvian squatters.
Okay.
And they're like, and the issue is that the land there has now become much, much more valuable because of these archaeological finds. Like you used to be able to get a hectare.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing your knowledge, for $5,000, and now they're $50,000. Like, people are buying up all around this area.
Yeah.
And these people won't leave, and they used a, what's it called? A digger. They like started tearing down walls and damaging, like digging up tombs and stuff. And so she had to call the police. And so now the police came and they would patrol it once they have a police car that patrols the area to try to keep these people from destroying things. But these people have started to call death threats to her.
Yeah.
And
to Ruth?
To Ruth.
To Shady Ruth.
To Shady Ruth.
Get out of here.
Death, and to her lawyer that protects the land. And they killed her dog with poison.
What kind of dog did Shady Ruth have?
I don't know. Didn't give me any more details about her dog.
Ruth Shady. How did it of twin babies in a Mercedes Benz with windows up, where the temp goes up to the mid 80s? That's Ruth Shady, ladies and gentlemen.
But Ruth isn't new to this. In 2003, she was shot in the chest. It gave me no more information about that, but Ruth is not new to
Ruth
this.
was shot in the chest. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Ruth Shady?
Yeah.
Hotter than a sort of Yeah, that's man, I think I hate that we have to end on this, but I have to get out of here so I can go do dad meat.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Japanese geishas are struggling during COVID, so if you know a geisha out there, hire her.
Holler at a geisha if you see her in the street. We'll talk about we can get into some of this stuff on our Patreon.
Okay.
We also have a Patreon. $1 a month gets you in. Right now we don't really have any tiers. $1, you're a part of it. You get all of the content that we have. Also, we're going to be doing we got a workout show coming. It's like it's being a little slow because we do want to do this workout show in our style, right? And it's like, do I tell you what it's called? Do I give you I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's really exciting.
God come.
Yeah. 8-minute God come. No, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fun. You'll really enjoy it. It's that's the whole entire thing that's slowing it down, is because we're trying to make this thing that will be interesting to people that aren't even, like, you might not even be interested in fitness, but this is still going to be entertaining and knowledgeable. So, thank you so much for listening. Let me get these shout outs because we are on the free episode here. Love to give the shout outs on the free episode. Let me find this really quickly. I'm so sorry. I should have had this queued up, but I did not. So here we go. Our shout outs are coming. Shout out to Mike Butler, Mike Levy, Liz Bot, Doc, Kevin Stevens, Julian from Canada, and his wife Meg.says.so on Instagram, and her podcast So and Tell. She saved us during the pandemic. She saved our fucking faces. If, in fact, it is true that masks work.
Ooh, pucker.
Ooh, fuck, I felt it. I saw it all over. I re-listened. It was just like... Actually, you probably got a lot of loose buttholes on that one. I don't think. Shout out Kevin Lau, Mary Jo Butterly, Nicole, Raj, Janelle, Courtney, Rick, Coach Rick, Andrew Pace, Keith Butts, Kyle Hancock, Erica Daniels, Levi Mercer, Justin Masabi, Ezekiel Ellis, Logan, Ryan, Roger Down, Joe, Rob, Joe Francis, and his girlfriend's company, Saved by the Reef. They could be married by now.
I'm sure they are.
You have a pandemic.
Yeah. Fair.
Probably slow some things down. TJ James, our man down under, holding us down under. Nick Cupsey and your two books, Lost in the Mail and The 5 People You Meet in Wawa. This old guy, still don't remember who you were. Chris Bruno and Kevin McGran, can never forget those. Graham Hoffman, Chris Tucker, Derek Towson, who is my brother. We have different last names, and I promise we will get into that. Sean Patterson, Sean Dowdy, Guy Patterson, Brian Bachner, Toscani Rodriguez, and of course, our man, Sean, the Boner King, King of Boners. Yes. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. You're listening right now to Melissa Vile Kingdom and her band Circadian Clock. Check them out on Spotify and check out Beethoven Violin on YouTube. Thank you so much. We love you. Out.
See ya. Got you.